Okay, I'll continue. Yeah. The meaning of business research is nothing but the research is conducted for the purpose of business, for any purpose. It may be for financial field, or it may be HRM or in marketing field. Next, we discussed a need for business research, the major needs. Next, we'll discuss about what is the scope for business research. Scope is nothing but way we can use the result of business research, or where we can conduct research in business. So there are a total six scope or the field, the area where we can conduct research. The first one is production management field. First field is production management field. So in the production management field, research can be performed uh, to know when we are going for product development, or when we are going for diversification of the product, or introducing the new product, or product improvement, or process technology, or choosing a site or new investment. So if company wants to uh, know all these purpose, then it has to conduct research. So when the purpose of this research is a product development or diversification or introducing new product, so then it is called product management research. So in the area of product management, the output of business research can be used. So if it is used, so then it is called product management research. And then next area where we can apply business research is the personal management. Personal management is nothing but if company want to redesign or design the job description. For example, if earlier there was two managers and two assistant manager, but it now it wants to redesign it. It wants to cut down its cost, then it can conduct research. So that is called a personal management research. If business or if the company wants to redesign the job description, or redesign the structure of the organization, or the development of motivational strategies, and organizational development, so it comes under the purview of personal management. And next one is marketing management in the field of market. So marketing research or marketing management is a popular research in business. So every company in the field of market, particularly in the field of market, they will definitely conduct a minimum research or a minimum one research. So it may be as I said, it may be for to decide what is the size of the target market, how many consumers are there for a company's product, or the consumer behavior with regards to particular product, for company's product. What is the consumer behavior, or the attitudes, or their lifestyle, whether the lifestyle of the consumer affect their product. So we can decide, or we can get to know by conducting research. Or influence of the target market, what is the influence of their target market on their particular product, or the influence of price on the demand. So all these aspects comes under the marketing management. So first one is the production management. Under production management, a diversification of the product, or a product development, or introducing new product. And the second one is the personal management. In personal management, when company going for redesigning the job description, or redesigning the organization structure, or a development of motivational strategy, then it comes under personal management. And third one is very important, is the marketing management field. So it can be marketing policy decision, or the selection of the channel of distribution, or development of sales strategies, or the what is the demand for particular product in the market, or the behavior, attitude. So all these aspects comes under the marketing management. Next, what are the aspects come under the financial management? Financial management or the area of finance comes like what is the fund required for this year, or what are the expense or what are the profit or distribution of dividend. If they have equity capital, then how they have to distribute dividend. So the decision related to distribution of dividend or decision related to the capital raising, how we can raise a capital or the distribution of the capital. So all these aspects comes under the financial management. So therefore, business research can be the output of the business research can be used for financial decisions like dividend distribution, capital raising, hedging. Hedging means reducing the risk, hedging, and looking for after functions in foreign currency and products. The decisions related to the foreign exchange management. This also comes under the financial management. And next one is next area or the next scope of business research is material management. Material is nothing but raw material. It may be a raw material or a finished goods. So all this material management, it is utilized in, it may be a selecting the supplier, whom should be the supplier, or making the decision related to buying particular materials or the negotiation. So all these aspects of material related problems comes under material management. And next one is general management. So other than all these above aspects like production management, personal management, marketing management, financial management, and material management. So other than these aspects, if there is any other aspect, so that comes under general management. Uh, it may be like to understand the work environment. If company wants to know what is the work environment in the company, because the work environment is the key factor which influence the company's productivity. So, so other than all these aspects, if there is any small, even small aspect which comes under general management. So therefore, the scope of the business research, that means the area business research covers. The areas the business research covers like one is production management, the personal management, marketing management, then financial management, then material management, general management, and general management, all other management aspects. So these all comes under scope of business research. And next one is type of business research. Type of business research. So type of business research can be classified into all these types depending upon some purpose. So business research is classified based on the application. Business research is classified based on the objective of the study, and business research can be classified or divided based on the extract of the theory. And next one, last one is classification of business research depending upon the time. See here, the first type is pure research or basic research, and second is applied research. This first two research is classified depending upon the application. Application means the use, whether we can use output of those results into business. So depending upon the application of the business research, the research can be divided into two types. One is pure research and second one is applied research. So what do you mean by pure research or basic research? Basic research is research which is carried out for the purpose of enhancing knowledge or to gain knowledge. So there is no purpose of solving the problems. The main purpose of pure research or basic research is to enhance the knowledge or to develop theory or to develop models. Only theory. You can take the examples of one example for basic research is marginal diminishing something is there, no, diminishing marginal utility. So that theory, diminishing marginal utility, which explains uh, the satisfaction level of the consumer while consuming one more unit. So that research is conducted only for developing a theory or model. So there is no use of those outcomes into the business. There is no practical application. There is no practical application. We cannot apply those output or those result into a business problem. Those studies conducted purely for theory or for model. And next is applied research. See, the applied research is uh, conducted for there is a practical implication for applied research. That means the output of the applied research you can be used for business problems. For example, if there is, as I said, if there is a problem in business like high labor turnover, so so if you conduct the research on those problems, there is high labor turnover in a company. So I am conducting research. I gave suggestion. So if that suggestion can be applied to the business, then it is called applied research. If the result, if your if the findings of the study can be used for the company, then it is called applied research. But in basic research, you cannot apply. See, the diminishing marginal utility theory is there. The output or the findings of those study we cannot use or we cannot apply into our day-to-day life. Those theory are developed only for the purpose of uh, knowledge, gaining knowledge or enhancing the knowledge. But applied research is developed to solve the problem. So there is one problem. So therefore, we conducted research and output of the those research we are applying for problem. So that is called applied research. So depending upon the application, we can divide it into two types. One is pure research, other one is applied research. And second classification is based on the objective. What is the purpose of the uh, what is the purpose of the study? The first one is exploratory study research, and second one is descriptive research, which is already discussed. The exploratory means you are exploring. So there is no specific objectives. You are conducting research. In business, in business, there is a separate department called research and development. So that department they always conducting research. There is no specific objective. They are always conducting research, and they know what are the opportunities are there. They will find what are the opportunities or what are the threat are there for companies. They are conducting on daily basis research. They're exploring. They're exploring their research. But in descriptive research, which is already happened, that event or that problem is already there, but in descriptive research you are describing in descriptive you are describing what is the exact the problem and what are the factors influencing those problems and where it is happened and when it is happened. So as I said, in descriptive study or descriptive research, we are answering the questions of what, when, and where. So that is called descriptive study or descriptive research. And next two, that is causal relationship and theoretical relationship, is the classification based on the extract of theory. So both theoretical and empirical both are is the main purpose of this is to for extracting the theory. So there is no practical implication and there is no what specific objectives. The main objectives of this two research is to extract the theory or develop the models. In causal relationship is to conduct the causal relationship study is conducted to know the cause and effect and also the relationship between the two variables. The main purpose one is cause and effect, and next one is the relationship, whether there is a relationship between the two variables or whether there is a cause and effect on two variables. So that is comes under the causal relationship study. And next one is the theoretical. So you may conducted research only for conceptual purpose or conceptual study. So then it is called theoretical study. You are not conducting your what you are not conducting any primary data. You are not taking any primary data. You are using only concept which is already published or which is available in the any source. So you are just evaluating, you are critically evaluating those concepts. So then it is called theoretical. But in empirical means in empirical you are conducting research. In primary, conducting means you are taking a primary data by distributing questionnaires or by conducting interview. You are collecting data and developing theory. But in theoretical, you are just what using concept and developing theory. You are in theoretical study. You are not conducting any primary data or primary study, field study. There is no field study in theoretical research, but in empirical research there is a field study. That means by conducting, by distributing questionnaire or by conducting interview. So that is depending upon the extract of theory. And next one is next two, that is depending upon the time. One is longitudinal and other one is cross sectional. Longitudinal means these two are longitudinal and cross sectional depending upon the time or the expiry period. We can say that expiry period. What is the period for the result of the study? For longitudinal means the result of those study we can use it for long period. We can use it for long period. But cross sectional study, the result of the study can be used for the only for particular event or for particular season. For example, the research conducted to know what is the market situation during pandemic situation. If the output of this study can be used or we can use only during pandemic period. So after the lockdown, we cannot use those results. So that is called cross-sectional. If the result of the study can be used only for particular season, some study may conducted only for rainy season, or some study may conducted only for winter season. So therefore, if the study is only for limited period, then it is a cross-sectional. If the uh, result of the study can be used for long period, then it is called longitudinal research. So again, uh, in type of business research, the type of business research is divided uh, based on first depending upon the application. On the basis of application or use, it can be divided into two. One is pure research and applied research. Pure research is a research which is conducted for gaining knowledge or enhancing the knowledge, and applied research is the research which is conducted for a practical relevance. There is or a practical application. That means the findings can be applied for the solution. And next one is classification on the basis of objectives or the purpose. There are three types. One is exploratory and descriptive and casual relationship study. So on the basis of objective, there are three types. One is exploratory, descriptive, and casual. Exploratory means you are exploring the problems. There is no specific problems, but you are by taking general problem, you are exploring, and then you are finding out what is the specific problems in company. And next one is a descriptive study. In a descriptive study, you are describing the characteristics of the event or an individual. So here you are answering for what, where, and when. And next one is the casual relationship. In casual relationship study, you are going to find out the cause and effect, as well as you are finding out the relationship between the two or more variables. And next classification based on the extract of theory. That is theoretical study and empirical study. Theoretical study is these both theoretical and empirical is the main purpose is to develop theory. But in theory, the difference between theoretical and empirical is in theoretical we are not taking any primary data. We are taking only secondary data which is already published, or we are taking only the articles or journals. But in empirical means you are conducting a field study. You are taking the primary data. You take the primary information from directly from the respondent, and then you develop theory. So that is called then that is called empirical. In theoretical, you are using secondary data only, and then you go for theory. And next classification, depending upon the time or the expiry of the research. If the if the output or the result can be used for long term, then it is called longitudinal research. And if the output or the result of the study can be used only for particular season or for particular event, then it is called cross-sectional study. So these are the types of the business research. I hope you understand little bit, not exactly, but I think you understand a little bit about what you mean by research and characteristics of the research. Then uh, two types of research. Then what is the purpose of conducting research? After that, what do you mean by business research? Then need for business research. Then we discussed about scope of business research, where the result of the business research can be applied on all these areas: production department, personnel department, marketing management department, financial department, or material management department, or general management department. We can apply. And next we discussed about the types of business. What are the see, there are many types are there. If you go for textbook, or if you search in the internet, you find many types of research, but I discussed only some of the important types of research, most popular type of research. So if you want more details or more types of research, you can go for textbooks or internet. And next one concept is remaining, that is theory building. So what do you mean, theory building is nothing but the output or the result of the study is converted into theory. So first you are conducting research, and then you are developing theory. The best example you can take Hawthorne experiment, or the Maslow's need theory, or uh, diminishing marginal utility theory, or there are many other theories which conducted the main purpose for developing theory. It may be a theoretical study, or it may be empirical study. Theoretical study by using the secondary data, and empirical study means by taking primary data. Say the meaning of theory building. Theory building is the process of building a statement of concepts and their interrelationships that shows how and or why phenomena occurs. So as I said, in a casual relationship study, we are finding out what is the cause for particular event and what is the effect. See, for example, you can take the impact of coronavirus on stock market. Here, the cause is the pandemic. Pandemic is the cause. What is the effect? So there is a downfall in the stock market. So that is the effect. So you can conduct study whether there is impact of pandemic on the stock market price. If there is impact, you can develop theory like what is the reason for the downfall, what exactly the reason, and when it happens, from what period it happens. So all these, if all this information you collect and write it in conceptual way, then it is called a theory. So all this process, either by a theoretical study or by empirical study, If you develop a theory which explains why it happens or how it is happens, all these phenomena, then it is called theory building. Right? The meaning of theory building is enough for you. So I'll wind up here. Next class we'll discuss about the process of the research. So that is very important, process of research, or the steps involved. What are the steps involved in the research? Clear? If you have any doubt, you can drop your doubt. Is there any doubt? I'll share material in Google Classroom. Please join in to the Google Classroom. Okay. Other than this PPT, I'll share other material also. Full explanation, the material which consists of full explanation. So if you have any doubt, please join. And so there are many students who are not joined. Tell them, okay. Yeah. Rachana, then Vignesh, Ashwini, Purnima, and who is this? 1610. See, while joining, rename your device, okay? Keep your name only. 1610. Who is that? Whoever it is, okay, no problem. No doubt, right? Okay, I'll wind up here. We'll see in the next class on Thursday, 11 o'clock.